can hear you. Move your mouth away from the mic so I can beg. None of your business. Director, can you speak? So, ICOJ, they are testing ICOJ's earpiece. Is this where you want me to be? So when I walk, I stop here. Okay, and then go like this. Blah, 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 blah. I can't see anything on the screen, no. I can't see anything on the screen. I can't see anything on the screen. Welcome to match day 3 of the Nigeria Premier League Super 6 playoffs. This tournament will determine the champions for the 2022-23 season. And of course, you can see that the fixtures are still the same teams, but how exciting will the match be for match day 3? For game 1, we'll have BENDEL Insurance still unbeaten this season, and 8-time league champions ENYIMBA International, the only team to have won the CAF Champions League in Nigeria, won it back-to-back. And also Remo Stars, exciting young boys, will take on Sunshine Stars today. Sunshine Stars were predicted to be the whipping boys, but so far they've managed to pick up 1 point. And we will have Lobby Stars versus Rivers United. Rivers United defending champions, and they did play in the CAF Confederation Cup as well, where they were eliminated by a Tanzanian side. But guys, these are the fixtures you can experience today at the Mobolaji Johnson Stadium in Lagos. The weather conditions might tell you 30 degrees Celsius, and the lowest being 25 degrees Celsius. But I can tell you that today is not as bad as it was for match day 1 and match day 2. Remember, match day 1 was very, very hot indeed. Match day 2, even more difficult conditions. But match day 3, still very humid. I'm here, I'm sweating. Wish I had my fan, but I can tell you that because it rained, it is much better today. I did speak to the coaches about it today, but later you'll hear exactly what they have to say. Welcome once again. My name is Chisom Mbonu Ezoke, and together we'll watch the 3 matches in the Nigerian Premier League Super 6 today, the playoffs. Remember, 2 teams will go to the CAF Champions League and 1 will make it to the CAF Confederation Cup. With me today is someone who understands Nigerian football, follows it, understands it, loves it very deeply. He is also an FCAN certified coach in Nigeria, an expert analyst in Nigeria as well. Coach Ojekere, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Chisom. Always nice being here talking Nigerian football.
I mean, we love the games. We follow it every single week. We talk about it on Niger Made, and today we're seeing them playing live. Third day, your, let's say, review of what you've seen so far.
Well, amazing goals. In football, 2 things happen. You know, from a coaching point of view, you score goals and you prevent goals. Talking about scoring goals, we've seen goals, amazing goals. I mean, the last match, the Rivers and Remo Stars, you know, was amazing. It was amazing. See the kind of goals that were scored on that day. And then especially the last goal from Remo and then the equalizer by Rivers United was amazing. You know, we always have this argument about over-celebrating goals, Chisom, and that will continue. Because again, in football, the moment you concede a goal, you are vulnerable to. The moment you score a goal, you are vulnerable. And that's what happened that day. Remo scored, and the next thing, before we all knew what was happening, the jubilation was still on, equalizer came in.
OJ, I can tell you that there is no team in the world that will score in the 94th minute, something that they thought was a winner, that will not celebrate like that. Tell me one team that will do that.
Chisom, when emotions come in, then you are bound to concede goals, you know, because even the man who scored that goal, at the time the game restarts, it will be difficult for him to be in his right frame of mind. And that's why even if you ask Remo Stars now, they won't understand how that equalizer came in.
No, nobody understands that, but let's do the highlights first of all. Just remind you exactly what happened from Matchday 1 and Matchday 2. Lobby Stars, ENYIMBA. OJ, that game was built to be a tough one. Lobby Stars, a very good side. ENYIMBA, their pedigree alone speaks for them and what they can bring to the fore.
Certainly, I mean, that alone gives, makes the opponents, frightened. But then you look at the, the goal scored by ENYIMBA. That's why you must be a fox in the box. You must, I mean, as an attacker, you must convert half chances. And that's what happened. You look at it, half chance. When you're in the box, you must know what to do. And that's the kind of striker Chukwuemeka Obioma is. In the box, they put it well, and of course, goal for ENYIMBA.
And there you have it, the goal scored there, Chukwuemeka Obioma. Now, was the leading goal scorer in the regular season, has now gotten 2 more here. 14 he scored in the regular season, 2 he's already scored in the playoffs. And what a player he's turning out to be as well. But Lobby Stars, OJ, not a side to think or to look, to push to the side.
Of course, I mean, they've got a starting Joseph Atule. Something about him, he's lost his dad, but then he's still here pushing it and giving a lot for his team. And they may not have won a game, but then ENYIMBA, in this particular game now, they need to be, when you look at his contribution, he's a key player in the team. So whoever they are playing must watch out for him, because for Lobby Stars, that's a key man who does a lot of damage for Lobby Stars.
And that's a boy that is very exciting indeed. I saw the Jose Pesero here in the stadium for the first 2 days watching the players. And I kept saying to myself, 2 players that have looked really good indeed. Atule is one of them. Of course, we can talk about Olalekon as well. But for me, Atule, even if he's not scoring, he's causing problems, he's creating chances. Teams are getting pegged back as well. What a player he is.
Yeah, as a winger, he has scored 5 goals regular season. He hasn't scored here, but of course, he's also created assists. You look at his performance against BENDEL Insurance, against ENYIMBA. He's an impact player. Once he gets the ball, he takes the ball to the defenders, and that's the kind of player any coach wants.
But for Lobby Stars, I know for a fact that they will not be satisfied unless they find themselves. Of course, I know they want to win. I've spoken to the club GM, and he wants to win the tournament. But nothing short of a continental spot will be good enough for them.
That's the list. I mean, having done so well in the regular season, qualified to be here, that's what they are fighting for. But then they are condemned to win later today when they play against Rivers United. They have to put in something beyond what they've been doing before. Otherwise, it will not be a good one for them. They have to rewrite their story today.
Yeah. And one team that people are talking about that isn't experienced is Remo Stars. But they might not be the most experienced team, but they are definitely the most exciting team here. They've played out 2 games, 2-2 draws. They've been very exciting indeed. And I have to talk about their coach, OJ. I like how bold he is. I like that he doesn't sit back and wait for the other team to bring the game to him. He takes the game to them. So even when they concede, they're continuously pushing. When they score, they're still pushing. And to see football being played like that in the NPFL is something I'm very happy about.
Yeah, I mean, when you come from behind against a team like Rivers and you score 2, it shows the quality in that team. Everything starts from the coach, and that's what the coach has always done. You look at this, they kept pushing against Rivers United, and of course, they fought back. They got the equalizer. They got that all-important screamer. That reminds us. That's of course the big man in the yeah.
But
always the impact player.
At defensively here, all over the place. That's something Ogumodede will have to work on as well.
Yes.
All over the place. You can't leave the ball bouncing like that for a team like
in your box.
It can't.
I mean, the ball kept bouncing. They couldn't take care of it. Certainly not a good one for the defense. Again, they've conceded 4 goals, and that's why he has to work a lot on his defense. You look at this, the equalizer for Remo Stars against River United. Again, that box was crowded, but once you can still find a place, once you are in the box as an attacker, you must have somewhere you want to put the ball, and that's the right thing to do. Just put the ball somewhere, which was done clinically.
But the assist there created by Olaleko, first game he was brought in with Junior Lokosa as a substitute. They made the difference. Again, brought in Matchday 2. Again, they made the difference. He got that equalizer. But I talked about Atule, and for me, that is a player that I love. But what about that for a goal?
Fantastic. I mean, that's my goal of the year. Not just the NPFL, as far as Africa is concerned. You can't blame Sochuma for that. Like they say, I mean, you only catch what you can see as a goalkeeper. The box was crowded, and of course, the celebration we're still arguing about.
And the coach there.
Again, you look at that again.
And that minute, everybody thought I thought they had won it.
We
It
all
was
thought they had won
94
it,
minutes.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, nothing's going to happen. But look at that, OJ. And it's Lukman Adefemi with the equalizer.
Of course, you must keep pushing as a team. Rivers, of course, having considered that goal, knowing that they had to go immediately. And like I always say, when you over-celebrate a goal, you don't prepare well. Every emotions still running around. You're not concentrating. You know, in football, your emotions matter. Psychosocial is part of the pillars of the 4 games in football as a coach. You must get back and prepare. Raymond wasn't ready for that. And look at it, before they knew what was happening, the equalizer came. Because in their mind, they were still celebrating a winning goal. The match is not over until it is over.
The match isn't over until it's over. But again, I have to talk about the player there, Madu, Chamaka Madu, who made the difference. Again, for me, I watched him on the day. He kept pushing. Now, this is an old war horse, somebody who has played Wonder League with ENYIMBA. But to continue, and again, it brings me to that question in terms of the age of our players and how experienced they are. So is that good or bad? Do we now need to bring in the younger players, or are they? Do you think that the age, average age of the teams are good?
You need experience. As long as your legs can keep you running, why not? You still be in football. I mean, don't forget he came in as a sub and he got that. So his job was done for that day.
All right, but let's take a look at the third and final game that took place on match day 2. And we have Insurance versus Sunshine Stars. But guys, let's talk about what's going on here. What a game it was as well. And the reaction, the celebrations there for BENDEL Insurance. Remember, for BENDEL Insurance, they haven't scored considered this season, or rather they haven't lost this season. And I look at them and I say to myself, is it time for them to stop worrying about going unbeaten, being invincible, or is it time for them to now start focusing on scoring? We know that they don't concede a lot, but if they keep defending and not going forward to score.
You expect to win this
thing. A player who plays for the university team as well, and they've just dried up, and seeing a miss like that shows how much he's lacking in confidence.
Yeah, I mean, again, look at this. The goalkeeper was already covered, made himself big. A defender was running, should have come to his left side, and of course finished from there. But even the goalkeeper's legs were open, put it in between the goalkeeper's legs. He didn't do that. He was looking for the other post. Even the other post, the defender had gone there to cover up. So you come to your left and finish. But he didn't do that, and that again put the team in trouble, you know, under pressure. They're not scoring. If you don't score, you don't win. Football is about scoring. And you look at Insurance, the first game against Lobby, they didn't score. In the last 11 games, they've won just once. They score 1 goal in a match. If you score 1 goal in a match, then you can't be champion. Look at ENYIMBA. You must be scoring.
Exactly. And Insurance would end up ruining those missed chances. They had more and more chances created, and again, they kept fluffing it. Open chances didn't work for them, but it was Ekerete Udom who got that equalizer for them. Yes, the goal was bundled, and yes, it had to take. There's no VAR here, but good on the referee because we saw the repeat, and it was clearly a goal. Good on the referee and the assistant referee to have seen that it went beyond the line. There were too many bodies in there, but it doesn't matter how you score as long as you get the goals.
As long as the ball gets beyond the line, that's the most important thing. You need to score goals. Sunshine needed to score. As long as it's within the laws of the game, put the ball behind the opponent's line. That's what they did. Insurance had numbers on the line, but then Udom knew what he wanted to do. As a man in the box, that opportunity in the box, you must hit the ball well. And that's what he did. The ball went beyond Insurance, all the bodies up there. You must hit the ball very well, not the time to kick softly.
Exactly, and there you see the results. Lobby Stars 0, ENYIMBA 1, match day 2. ENYIMBA finally got that win after drawing the first game. And Rivers United and Remo Stars played out that 2-2 draw. What an exciting game it was as well. And again, we saw that 1-1 draw between BENDEL Insurance and Sunshine Stars. So the table is nicely poised now. All teams still have a chance of qualifying, especially when you look at the points. ENYIMBA and Rivers United on 4 points apiece. 2 points below them are Remo Stars and BENDEL Insurance. Remember, those two teams have had 2 draws, and Sunshine Stars and Lobby Stars 1 point each after 2 draws, after a draw and a loss as well. So if you look at it, OJ, anybody can still win this.
Yeah, it's still an open day until today's matches are decided, then it becomes clearer which direction we're going. And so for Insurance, it's time for them to put in more effort. Adodo Stevens has come in now to take the place of Imade. He was top scorer in the NNL when the team played in the NNL. So they have more options now. There's still Sariki Ishmael, there's Divine Wanchuku, there's Deputy Echeta. This is the day for them. They have to, if they want to get, forget about their unbeaten run, they must turn their game around this is the day for Insurance to do that.
Definitely, this is a day for Insurance to win, and first up for them will be ENYIMBA, a team that is used to winning, a team that understands what it means to win, a team that is constantly under pressure to win as well. That's what ENYIMBA represents. So winning against this team will definitely boost the confidence of any team, especially an Insurance that hasn't won so far and wants to win. But remember, we're still at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. If you don't know what it is, it's the old Oniko Stadium right here, coming to you live from the NPFL Day 3 of the Super 6 playoffs. Am I talking to myself for 2 minutes? So why did they ask OJ?
What's going on, sir? Good to see you.
Okay. I'm saying me talk for 2 minutes.
What's going
Okay.
on, Mr. Yusuf, Independent Insurance Chairman? What's happening?
Where is the floor manager? The floor manager. Okay, OJ, can you hear director? Well, this is still the live broadcast of match day 3 of the Nigeria Premier League Championship playoffs. BENDEL Insurance versus ENYIMBA. That will be match day 7 of this tournament. Remember, match number 7 of this tournament. Remember, a total of 15 matches will be played to determine who will be crowned the league champions for the 2022-2023 season, and of course to determine which teams will make it to the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederation Cup, where one team will make it to the Confederation Cup. And I'm still here with Aiko J. Ojekere. Now, OJ, let's talk about the match proper. And let's start with ENYIMBA. You know, we've seen the way ENYIMBA has played. They have a very experienced coach. He was a player himself, very experienced player. He's come back now. The team has kept faith in him, even when they struggled at the beginning. But they're back now in the championship playoffs.
Yeah, that's why consistency is good. I mean, last season it wasn't too good for them. They struggled, didn't finish in the top 3. But now, you know, they've kept him I'm not surprised that ENYIMBA is in here now. Second round was dominated by Insurance, but ENYIMBA came up again thanks to Obioma scoring goals. That has shown that with consistency, and when you let a coach work, you get results. And of course, ENYIMBA is here now. But we know ENYIMBA, 8-time champions, they like winning. And I can understand the pressure Finidi is facing now. He has to win this.
and still on Finidi and on ENYIMBA, in terms of playing a team like BENDEL Insurance that doesn't concede a lot, I know they are not scoring a lot either. But if we're Finidi and ENYIMBA, what would you be doing? Would you leave yourself open, push forward, because you need to get the win, and try to break them down and leave yourself open behind? How would you approach this game?
Yeah, they have to score. I mean, you have to bring out the formula to score. I mean, in football, you're either scoring or you are defending. If you don't score, your opponent will score. And when your opponent score, against a team, a scoring team like ENYIMBA, it means you're going to have problems. You look at the regular season, they beat ENYIMBA 1-0 in Benin, but they went to Aba, it was 1-1. So, again, one goal against ENYIMBA over 2 games anyway. But they need to score much more here. The attack must play well. They must play to score. They lose a number of chances. They have to stop losing chances, but start converting, those chances. Fine, they create chances. When you create and you don't convert, I mean, that's bad for your team.
And I can tell you that the atmosphere here is absolutely electric. You can hear it from the drums to the fans chanting, even though we don't have the numbers here, but it's still great. And also, the weather today is absolutely much better than what it was in the first 2 days. And earlier on, I caught up with the 2 coaches. I asked them about the weather conditions. Will the football today be much better for their players, even for the fans who are watching? And this is what they had to say. Coach, let's talk about the fact that you are starting the first game. Weather conditions are a bit different. What do you think the different weather condition will affect play today?
Well, I'm indifferent to that question because technically, if a team is built to play at some point by the organizers, all we have to do is come and honor the invitation. That's why we're here.
And talking about the way your team has played, again, BENDEL Insurance still unbeaten, 12 draws throughout the season, 2 here. Is it now time to start finding a way to get the wins? Because the draws probably will not get you to the continental tickets.
Well, we all know results don't come from man, comes from God. We try to perform to the best of our ability and hope that, we'll try to do what we need to do when we have the ball. And when we don't have the ball, we create chances. And when we don't get them, sometimes we feel bad, but that's the way the game goes. No team wants to go to a game and play a particular result. You want to win. But then there are three outcomes to every game. So we'll try to play technically and try to stay tactically. That's it. I think that's what Nigerians should be looking out for, not who wins.
And then talking about tactically and technically, your opponents today, how well built and oiled do you think this team is, and how can you, neutralize them today?
Well, ENYIMBA is one of the leading teams in Nigeria, so everybody knows that. But like I said, when it comes to the game, it's about 11 against 11 and how well each team can get their acts together. So we come with a positive mindset, and we'll see how the game goes at the end.
Coach, the conditions for this tournament have been absolutely, harsh. Today it's different. Do you think it will affect the way teams play today?
Definitely. I think it's a little bit wet, so it's much better than the harsh weather we faced in the last 2 matches. So it's going to be good today.
And ENYIMBA, every time I talk to people in the stands about, the team that they think will do well, it's ENYIMBA. 1 draw, 1 win. In terms of the way the team is mentally positioned, how has it been and how is it going into the 3rd day of the tournament?
It's nice to have gotten 4 points, but we should have gotten 6, But unfortunately, that first game, it didn't happen. But we'll build on our last victory. We know coming in today it's not going to be easy. Insurance, they've not lost this season, so it's going to be a big challenge. But I think, we'll give them a fight, and definitely at the end of the day, we might take it.
And for those people who are at home and love tactical football, tactically, how are you setting up today against a team that might not score a lot, but also difficult to score against?
It's patience. I think the field here is wet, so the passes must be precise, And with that high intensity that they play with, I think we have to be patient a little bit more than usual. So I think his patience that is key in today's match.
All right, Coach, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Well, the hour is 9. The time for talk is almost over. We're now 6 minutes away from kickoff, and you can see the fans, the insurance fans beating their drums. ENYIMBA fans also right there on your screens getting ready for what promises to be a very exciting match indeed. OJ, you know I'm going to put you on the spot. So what's your prediction for this one?
It's going to be a draw.
It's going to be a draw again.
Yeah.
So that means you are condemning insurance to not qualify. But you know what? I think insurance will definitely lose a match in this tournament. I don't know why I think so, but I think so. So I'm looking at them now, maybe losing against this ENYIMBA side. But you know what? We're not the ones playing. The players will be right here in another 5 minutes to start for kickoff and start playing. And I do hope that you enjoy this match. Remember, it is the NPFL playoffs to determine who will be the 2022-2023 winner. And right here, we're going to hand you over to our commentators now. Remember, Ralph Chidozie George and Alko George Jekere, who will be the color commentator for Ralph Chidozie George. And on Pigeon, we have Timi Owoye. We'll take a break. And when we come back, first half of proceedings right here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena.
Mobolaji Johnson Arena, the city of Lagos, where of course today will bid you a very warm welcome, and it's insurance of Benin, BENDEL Insurance, taking by International of Aba. It's an exciting matchup of these two sides. Of course, that kind of weather you expected. The maximum temperature is going to be 30 degrees, and of course minimum of 25 degrees. The wind speed is 13 kilometers right here at the Mobolaji Johnson city of Lagos, Nigeria, where the NPFL 23 Championships playoffs is on. And this is match day 3 of expected 5 days of matches. So the two teams are making their way out to the pitch to do battle, where of course there's been an age-long battle between these two sides. And as it stands, ENYIMBA International on top of the table on goals difference after 2 days of matches here at the championships playoffs here in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. West Africa, of course, ENYIMBA with 4 points after 1 win and 1 draw, while of course BENDEL Insurance, the 2 draws. Insurance, they remain unbeaten in 20 matches in the league in 2023. And of course, altogether they remain unbeaten in 24 matches in all competitions. That's both the league and of course the Federation Cup. For BENDEL Insurance today, we're having just one change from the side that drew the last game here on Monday. And so you have Adodo Stevens, that man in jersey number 29, coming in to take the place of Imade Oserunkwa, the leading scorer for this side. Imade missed a couple of goals at the last match, and so he takes to the bench today, where of course the captain of the side, Efe Nabulele, is right there. And don't forget to watch out for Seriki Ishmael, as well as Deputy Echeta, not forgetting Divine Nwachuku. The officials for the match, Kazin Abdul Salam, Moses Alayemola, Mohamed Mahmoud, of course Abubakar Abdullahi will be the fourth official for this one. Like I said, the center referee Kazim Abdul Salam, of course, talking to the two captains. It's a surprise that you have both goalkeepers, the two goalkeepers, and of course the two captains right there receiving very stern instructions from the central referee today for this match, Kazim Abdul Salam. Let's take a look at the ENYIMBA lineup. And of course, ENYIMBA has also made one change to their starting lineup of the last match. Kechi Kamso. Kechiku comes in to take the place of Pascal Eze. Pascal Eze is out of the match. Today accumulated yellow cards, and so he's out of the Matchday squad. Monday Odighi, the man that has led Insurance to where they are today, of course, from relegating in the regular season, and of course, 2 so far in championships playoffs. Finidi George, ex-Nigeria International, and ENYIMBA International are happy with that man at the moment that has led them to the playoffs, as well as being on top of the table alongside Rivers United with both 4 points. And the ENYIMBA fans right there acknowledging, of course, cheering, and of course playing the anthem by the players line out to adhere to that. Very exciting matchup we're having here on this Matchday 3 to kickstart things on Matchday 3 of the Championships playoffs of 2023 Nigeria Premier Football League. 90 times we're up and running here. To keep going, and that is what it is. ENYIMBA on the ball. Start things off, clad in white and blue, attacking the goalpost to the left of your screen. And of course, BENDEL Insurance clad in all yellow and green. Beautiful colors for the two sides. Insurance are attacking the goalpost to the right of your screen. Ojo Olorunleke, the goalkeeper for ENYIMBA today, having a feel of the ball very early, but interesting. ENYIMBA on the move through Ikenna Cooper, of course, and that distinct hair color. Ball into touch for throwing at the far side, going to ENYIMBA International, 8-time Nigerian champions. Seeking another title in 2023, the last one in 2019, and they'll be seeking to win again to make it number 9. There is Insurance tearing away on the flanks, and of course quickly they lose possession. Somiari Alalibo doesn't doing a good job. Ball goes back to the goalkeeper. Obioma's leg put the ball into touch for throw into Insurance. Cooper. So referee says a play on. See that? 2 quick infringements, but the referee only had to blow this one. Free kick has been quickly taken by Insurance. Very pacey start to the match. And Nabulele for Insurance is the captain today. Let's look at Ayuba. Ayuba's leg taken off there by Chigozie Chileku. Free kick. Expect the tackles to be flying all over. Take a look at this one from Chileku there. Catching Ayuba. Nabulele with a free kick for Insurance. Beautiful defended there by Chikamso. Chikamso Kechuku. Throwing Insurance, quickly taken. Insurance a football club. It will be some history for them to remain unbeaten till the end of the season. Drawn 2 of the games they played so far in this championships and playoffs to make it draw number 12 for them. 10 draws in the regular season. For the playoff, ENYIMBA down on the top midway into their own half. Medics are called in. Ice pack on the knee of the injured player. Okay, there you have it. The legs are taken off, push from behind. And Fatai Abdullahi goes down and receiving treatment. Magic spray comes to help out. Fatai Abdullahi, Nigerian. That's the Nigerian being helped out. Fatai Abdullahi had a scorcher of a kick, a shot, rocked the crossbar. Matchday 1 here. Joe Loreleke sends the ball flying out. Joe Loreleke, of course, a Nigeria international. Full of call-ups in the Chan team. Somiari. But this might be a worrying sight for coach Billy George. That's one of the staunch defenders ENYIMBA has always been relying on. Now he's down there. Nothing to worry there. We are ex-international athlete Yusuf Ali is out there. Again. This is doubles as the director of sports in BENDEL in Edo State. BENDEL Insurance are lords. Going to ENYIMBA from the far side. I think just about 6 minutes gone into the game. Cooper. Throwing Insurance. much of a clumsy challenge, but the referee won't hear of anything. And Wana Asupo and ENYIMBA got from Dakada. Ball located, captain of the side, Nabulele. Cross the ball and look at Insurance and look at it, bit dangerous now. Insurance, the cross comes gone, but takes away Smaka, takes the left footed short. That won't trouble no one. Zaidu Ayuba had a couple of players, but then after taking off the marker, started to go at it. Was aware of target. Definitely not that the kind of shot that can beat that man between the sticks for ENYIMBA International, Joe Loreleke. Looking like we will have an early change for ENYIMBA International. We'll tell you when it comes. Nambulele doing a good job of putting the ball into towards for throwing, going to ENYIMBA. Chigoze Chileku take the throw in for ENYIMBA. Chigoze didn't get enough action during the regular season, but here he is playing in some of the most important games. Of course, the championships, the playoffs are the important ones, and we have the substitution. I gotta know that's the substitution confirmation of it. Kechuku is out and Adeleke comes in to take his place. Adekunle Adeleke. Tempo of the match have dropped. Since the takeoff, we thought it would be that kind of a frenzied game. And they still expect that. Match of two sides that have met so many times. 10 meetings since 2005. 3 wins for Insurance, 4 wins for ENYIMBA. 3 draws in between for the two sides. This season alone, they've met twice in the regular season. First was on the 26th of March, Insurance. First, of course, on 19th of February, beg your pardon, and it was BENDEL Insurance winning it 1-0. The goal coming from Imade or Serankwa, who is on the bench today. Their leading goal scorer with 8. Long heave of the throwing coming in from Chileku, headed out. Tomiari doing a good job. Ikenna Cooper. Insurance can attack, and of course a great defending there from Somiari. Insurance and down there, they're still attacking, singular situation, a chance to make a difference. That chance wasn't taken as the clearance comes from the goalkeeper himself, Loreleke. It's ENYIMBA on the break. That ball not allowed to get to the danger man, Ubioma. Good football from Erugo. Throwing Insurance. Was a Kenyan Wazie that refused the Insurance man to get that ball away. So throwing Insurance, and it is a fair Nabulele. Coach Monday Odige was a very, you remember him in 2016, was assistant coach to Imama Mapakabo. Rangers won the title after 32 years of waiting. Today he's making history. And that is leading the charge for Insurance to remain unbeaten and hopefully make the continent, hopefully win the title. They are chasing double, already in the final of the Federation Cup, where they will be meeting Enugu Rangers International, the traditional side, traditional FA Cup side. This Insurance side, and no respecters of that, was in the year 1988. A semi-final between them and Rangers, and of course it was 3-0 to Insurance, win the trophy that year. Rangers are better off when it comes to the league. There you go, beating the parents by Nabalule. Cooper. Very good ball from Machuku. Divine opportunity for Insurance, but a goal! Oh, what a miss! That was a miss, really. It should have been a good goal if he had kept it a little bit down. But it was there and took it on the volley. And it just went over the top of the goalpost. Well, they close one for offside call. But that was a miss, really. Look at that chip. Finally, torture coming from this man. Was a strong torture. Would have been talking about Insurance being in the lead. But a still goalless situation here after 30 minutes of football action. As ENYIMBA will be rebuilding right now from the behind. Obioma. That was a very strong challenge on Obioma. Well, I guess he just allowed Obioma for a free fall. So I welcome Meno Jekere Aikoje to the commentaries. You're watching Finidi George.
Very much, Ralph. Most a big game today, and of course, most big game of the Insurance after playing us in their previous game.
Chileku with the free kick. I'm surprised that ENYIMBA players just allowed Insurance defenders to do justice and of course head the ball away without any force at all. Challenge on Uwana support. ENYIMBA's in charge now, in control. Of course, keeping possession. And then Insurance were relegated in 2019. The last time we had an upgrade season. That's in 2019. ENYIMBA was the champion, won it at the playoffs. But today, Insurance are really the team that everyone's been talking about, the team that everyone is looking at, the team that has created a history already. Be the only team to go 20 games unbeaten in the Nigeria League. Well, a couple of years back, it was Aqua United that went 18 matches unbeaten, but that was in the regular season. This is really great for Insurance.
Yeah, it's great for Insurance. This time around, the Bridge League, they found their way to the playoffs. The last time it was relegation, but it's a different story now. And of course, they're writing their own story, and 20 games unbeaten as they seek to make more history for themselves.
But indeed, it's a free kick going to Insurance. Make it a corner kick. Seriki being very, very instrumental in what's been happening in ENYIMBA's troubling their defense. You can see the Rivers State Commissioner for Sports, Chris Green, right there, alongside other dignitaries. Kenna Cooper heading away. And the cross comes back in, and they take it away through Alalibo. Oh, that's a big one for Insurance. Kenna Cooper to the rescue for ENYIMBA as Insurance keeps possession and still attacking, sustaining the pressure. A chance for another cross. That cross came up, was a very weak one. That will be a corner kick going to BENDEL Insurance, who are really sustaining the pressure.
Of course, they need to score, they need to win, and that's why they're sustaining the pressure, playing without Imade, then Zaidu, Divino Wachuku, Ismail, and of course, a deputy, all pushing for goals.
Take a shot one of the corner kick. Now it can be set in a decent one into the box, headed away there by Wana. FA. Insurance captain couldn't keep the ball in, and so it's going to be a throw-in. When ENYIMBA's way. The People's Elephants through Chileku. Chigozie. Back to Insurance now. Yuba winning a throw-in for Insurance. To be taken by captain of the side, FA, number Lily. Asuko Wana really defending staunchly, not giving any chance to anybody. Zaidu Ayuba will take the free kick for Insurance. Ready for Iso Joe Loroleke. Here he comes now from the off the training ground. I didn't quite work out. Divine Nwachuku. Other players for Nigeria, Golden Eagles in 1999. 2019, I should say.
Good to see Julius Miloju back in Lagos, Rob. Back from his days at MFM.
Exactly, and he's been a really interesting player for Insurance, for the man that did it for many years for MFM, defunct MFM.
Sad to say the club has disappeared from Nigeria's football radar.
Surely history will still remember time of MFM. Also when I had to play on the continent, and then Miloju was part of it. Right. Nabulele. Throw-in Insurance. Ball comes back to Tanimu. They were having the central defensive pair of Tanimu and Anyanwu for Insurance. Anyanwu, very dependable central defender.
Yeah, dependable, and that explains why Insurance don't concede goals. One, of course, for Tanimu was one of the players who played for the under-23 team. They didn't qualify, but of course, it was enough for him to show that he's a good defender, and of course, one for the future.
Referee taking notes. Because the Chile who goes into the referee's books. Free kick to Insurance. It's a good opportunity. Many Insurance players converging on that 80-yard box for this free kick that has come now. Whose head gets it? Opportunity to shoot. But that's poor communication from the Insurance side. And of course, ENYIMBA through Obioma breaking away now. Here you go. That's the ball. And shoots. Shot was blocked. Still ENYIMBA. And the shot comes in. Oh! What a brilliant shot! Really spectacular one for ENYIMBA International. What a way to open scores. And yes, will really confirm the man whose shot has separated the two sides. What a fantastic shot coming in. First Harry goes was blocked, and now take a look at that left-footed shot. Beating goalkeeper Obasoje. He wasn't expecting that at all.
A fantastic one, he wasn't expecting. Again, he was out of his line, but then he left up too much space for credit to Abubakar anyway. That's the thing. Credit to him. He carved it well. He saw enough space there, and of course, it was done beautifully.
So Sadiq Abubakar open scoring for his side, ENYIMBA International. And what a time to do that. What a time to score that. And what left foot he's got there. And Abubakar's side has a praise ENYIMBA from Insurance. It's Insurance nil and ENYIMBA 1. The 23rd minute goal from Abubakar.
Credit to him, he had enough space, enough chance. Saw the goal, saw Master Basuke out of his space, and of course, he took the far end of the goalpost and he struck it beautifully. Fantastic way for ENYIMBA to take the lead here.
That is the kind of goal that will separate these two sides. The kind of goal that will separate ENYIMBA from Insurance, and it came off the boot of Sadiq Abubakar. His second goal of the season for ENYIMBA International. Ikenna Cooper for ENYIMBA. Cooper was on the cast of a defunct Ifeanyuba of Newi.
Good to see how Cooper has improved from then to become the brilliant player he is right now.
When he left Ifeanyuba, he had to join Heartland. Then from Heartland, right there at the ENYIMBA International. Doing a good job. There you go, beaten to it by Miloju, who gave it away. But quickly Insurance get back possession. Adekunle Adeleke pushing down the Insurance man for the free kick. Delegate, the substitute that came in, has been doing very well since coming on. Took the place of Chikamso Kechuku, who had a knock. Now Insurance can attack now from Anyanwu. Well, up front they go, opportunity to shoot. The referee spotted that infringement. Faces on the ENYIMBA's Noble John, the goalkeeper. It was his birthday yesterday. The Nigerian international, Noble John. Opportunity beckoning for Insurance. Opportunity to shoot. Can he shoot? What's he doing? A delay was just took everything away.
Divine should have pulled the trigger. I wasted too much time, and that gave the ENYIMBA defenders enough time to cover space.
Divine Nwanchukwu. One touch too many that time for him. There you go, beaten in the air there. Surprisingly so. Because of his height, I expect that he'll be able to win any battle in the air. Insurance, someone described Insurance as a very stubborn side. Nothing at all. The shot comes in over the top. This is someone did describe Insurance as a very stubborn side, very difficult to beat, even when they are down. The team that is leading need not celebrate because they always find a way of coming back in.
Of course, they came back when they played ENYIMBA in Aba. ENYIMBA scored first. Mane got that equalizer, so it is not over. Still a long way to go.
It's a surprise that Mane is on the bench today.
Well, you look at the last two games. I think he's tired, fatigued. So Ayuba is in, Adodo Stevens is in. So let's see what the other guys can do without Mane.
But I guess Mane is a man that knows how to score against ENYIMBA. Scored against ENYIMBA in Benin 1-0. Scored against ENYIMBA in Aba 1-1.
You're correct, Ralph. I'm sure DG is keeping him for the second half.
See when he comes in. But now no trouble at all. No problem for Joe Olorunleke. One of the experienced goalkeepers in the league. So does it for Nigeria. That is Championships of African Nations. Kenna Cooper goes way back to goalkeeper Ojo.
I think that was needless from the Insurance. Again, some drama there. One.
Very dramatic, but then the referee won't be deceived. Here comes a chance coming for Insurance. One touch. The three ENYIMBA defenders not shadowing their man, and of course was able to do the job to get in out of the danger zone.
That was a good interception from Tandimo, but of course, Divine didn't understand what he was planning. He also moved into space, waiting for the ball, didn't see the ball.
Throwing from Nabulele. Comes back to him. Obioma gets the ball for ENYIMBA. Abubakar's goal still separating ENYIMBA from Insurance. Flag went up for an offside position of play against Sariki Samuel. Ishmael rather. Sariki Ishmael. Cooper for ENYIMBA. Kesana Awazie. Awazie was looking for Obioma. Either Obioma or Erigo. Both of them were up front, but none was able to pick that pass. Now Insurance in ENYIMBA's half. The cross comes in. Oh, goalkeeper spills it. By safety first.
Poor communication there between Olorunleke Ojo and his defenders. Everybody just lucky there that no Insurance player was just close to the ball. Otherwise, it would have been a different story.
Would have surely been a different story. It's a free kick.
What a clash.
There's an ENYIMBA player down there receiving attention from the medics. Well, of course, Meka Obioma.
Obioma has developed from the one we used to see at Abia Warriors. It's called double digits there at Abia Warriors, and so between that time and now he's become bigger, a bigger player, and of course a more influential player in a team like ENYIMBA.
Most definitely. No wonder he's the captain of the side. But take a look at how that goal came about again. Abubakar, he carried that one so beautifully done. That is the kind of effort that will separate Insurance, separating ENYIMBA from Insurance. But the battle is still ongoing.
We can't stop talking about that. It was a sumptuous finish there by Abubakar.
Really brilliant effort, well carried in. Corner kick from the far side, going to Insurance. It comes in. The goalkeeper Ojo came out and of course did his job. Free kick goes the way of Insurance. Well, it's looking like he's been stung by a scorpion. Right in on the top there. Looking like a Tanimu.
Yeah, that's Tanimu. When you come against a physical Obioma, that's the result.
See how far Tanimu came from his central defensive job. Come out of the way in the middle of the ENYIMBA to have to win the free kick for them.
Shows the kind of player that he is. He fights for the ball. He's got vision. He sees what to do. And of course, that was obviously an opportunity to make an attacking move. And Obioma had to puncture the attempt by Tanimu with that foul.
So you have Julius Miloju. Has some beautiful left foot too. 5 fouls committed by Insurance and 10 committed by ENYIMBA. And it is a good one from Miloju. The goalkeeper just watched it go over.
No damage for Jodian, of course. We just looked at the ball go across the line.
You remember Miloju for such free kicks when it was at MFM.
Back in the days, the good old days at Agege Stadium.
That team with the beautiful anthem. Whatever they play at the soccer temple, as Agege Stadium is known, used to be something else.
Yeah. Of course, fans of MFM will continue to remember those days with nostalgia. When Miloju did business for the club,
definitely.
Dead balls.
Hopefully when Elijah Koni comes in for ENYIMBA, hopefully in the second half or so, might have a big battle between Miloju and the young man Elijah Koni.
Elijah had a beautiful season the last time for...
Exactly, as ENYIMBA about having a beautiful one. There he goes, cross, and was driven down the throat of the goalkeeper. No problem.
Well timed there by Amaz Obasogi, and of course stopped that move by ENYIMBA.
Fatai Abdullah, he thought he had won that one. The referee had awarded a free kick. It was Wana Suko. He had won that battle there, but a free kick against ENYIMBA. Somiari couldn't understand why. But it's free kick going to Insurance. That ball is going to be crossed. A decent ball into the box. What happens? Still Insurance. Picking up the loose ball. Opportunity. It's equalizer. What a time. What an equalizer for BENDEL Insurance. Divine Nwachukwu is looking like It is Divine Nwachukwu that has put insurance level with ENYIMBA. It was a beautifully worked one. The corner kick came, no one touched it, and then loose ball was picked up by this man.
At this point, you keep wondering what happened to the ENYIMBA defenders. They've got tall men up there, Ike and Akufa. They all goes to take control it, and then you imagine creating space, and that's the thing with an attacker with intelligence. He saw the space and got in there, and of course, divinely put the ball in the net.
Great goal for Insurance, and Divine Nwachukwu giving thanks and supplications to the Almighty as he has just scored his fourth goal of the season. It was a beautiful cross from Deputy Echeta, and Divine met it beautifully too. Great combination, such that has changed the scoreline, and it's Insurance 1, ENYIMBA 1, and game on.
It was well served. It was well served by a Deputy. And of course, Divine was just there at the right space, and that's all about positioning. Even with his height, he was positioned properly and finished well for his team.
Here comes Insurance with a shot. It's blocked. Insurance, a beautiful counter-attacking football. They're still on down there. They are right there. The chance for Cooper to clear. It's it takes a bang off the crossbar. Insurance through Dodo Stevens, the man that is in the field because Serenkoa is on the bench. Oh, it should have been a 2-1.
Again, you look at ENYIMBA and ask some questions. Too many spaces in there. Insurance running around in the ENYIMBA defense, and they're all looking not organized right now. Still pressure on ENYIMBA.
Well, it was the one that very good, but he is Divine. Oh, this guy is Divine for Insurance. As ENYIMBA comes under pressure again. Chance to clear for ENYIMBA. Finally, for them to heave a sigh of relief. The clearance comes. Guy was calling for it.
BENDEL Insurance all over the field now, owning every space on the pitch.
And all over ENYIMBA. Hugo gets it. A man from the ENYIMBA's academy, Divine Cooper. Second Cooper, actually.
Insurance in cruise control right now, and if they continue with this momentum, the second goal might just be it for Insurance.
I think ENYIMBA took their foot off the pedal, and when you do that, and the opposing team comes at you, this is what you get.
So this is what you get. A lot of opportunities now. Dodo has come forward. I'm hitting the crossbar. ENYIMBA still trying to. They can't even get across the line anymore because the Insurance has taken over everywhere, dominating space.
Exactly, and they are keeping it that way. BENDEL Insurance. Free kick comes now. Chase for the ball. Can it be kept in? One-one scoreline.
Just the way it ended in about when both teams play.
Exactly. That occasion, it was Obioma that scored for ENYIMBA in the 44th minute, and the equalizer came for Insurance 81st minute through Imade. But today both teams are scoring in the first half. Clarence takes the ball away from Sunday Anyanwu. ENYIMBA now ball given away to Insurance, cleared by Nabulele. Adudu's header takes the ball further away. That was Seriki. And into touch it goes for throw into Insurance. Insurance really sustaining the pressure. Clearance from Cooper. Ikenna. First touch. Letting him down there. Miloju. But ENYIMBA calm. Free kick. Strong challenge there. Very strong challenge from Julius Emiloju. Kicking anything that stands in his front. This time it was Sadiq Abubakar, ENYIMBA scorer. Free kick to ENYIMBA. ENYIMBA's a free kick will come now. Got 4 players, it goes straight at goal. A goalkeeper, Mansa Basaji, is equal to the task.
That was a powerful one, but of course, ready to amass. I came straight at him, but of course, he was also most well positioned for that.
But the league is only the title ENYIMBA is chasing after losing out in the Federation Cup when they lost to Plateau United by penalties. 3-2 it was after 2-2 full time. So they will want to do everything to get to the continent through the league, and even winning the league, returning to winning ways. Won last in 2019. Insurance are chasing the double. The final of the Federation Cup here in the Championships and playoffs. General Libo getting a return. Alibo, Kitin, Eriugo, Kitin, Abdullahi. Abdullahi's pass wasn't the best. Amasa Basoje, Asfinidi George, quick look at his wristwatch, stopwatch, see how many minutes left in the first half. Well, it's just about 1 more minute of regulation time, and then how many minutes to be added on. Guess it's not going to be many. Alalibo, Cooper. Back to Cooper. All ENYIMBA in their own half. With control. Chileku. Chileku searching for Erigo. Ideally, Erigo scored his first goal in this ENYIMBA International. The championships playoffs Matchday 1. Cooper. Clearance. But I have just 2 minutes of added on time to play. We're already into the first. Are 8 times the champions of the Nigeria top flight, winning in 2001, 2002, 2003, as they are. They also won in 2005, 2007, 2009, 2015, and of course 2019. That's a well-decorated team. Insurance couldn't keep that ball in. Ayuba. Zaidu Ayuba. Wana. Chileku. Erigo dispossessed. I tell you, that was a very, very strong challenge from Wana. But it's been a mistake. It was actually Adekunle Adeleke, the substitute. Very solid. Free kick to Insurance. Good one too. And Nabulele. Dodo just saw the ball and hit him. It is at the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. First half between Insurance, BENDEL Insurance and ENYIMBA International. First half where ENYIMBA International took the lead. And of course, the man in the dreadlocks, divinely put ENYIMBA back in it, putting Insurance back in it, pegging ENYIMBA back. And that's the way the first half will end. Obioma has not found target in the first half. This man has also done his best, but the first half comes to an end with Insurance 1 and ENYIMBA 1.
Very much in the house.
I can hear you loud and clear. Okay, did you see the message I sent to you? Okay, don't worry then. Because I was sending my talking points. Yeah, but no problem. No wala. No wala. Can you tell me the talking points you mentioned so that we know?
We really appreciate you coming out to the Matchday 3. And it's still attracting the big guns and the big names.
Yeah, I'll prefer talking points so that we know what we're talking about. So is there anybody I can be sending it to?
Recognition and celebrate presence of the maker coming.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Very outstanding, Lady Debbie Zamoje, CEO, Brilla Group, thank you for coming.
Okay.
Jensen,
No, BENDEL, they tried. Well, after an exciting first 45 minutes at the match that just took place right now, we have scores at 1-1, Insurance 1, ENYIMBA 1. ENYIMBA, of course, took the lead and Insurance came back to equalize. But what a game it's been so far. In my opinion, the best we've seen Insurance in these players. But Aikojo Jekere is still with me here. OJ, we talked about Insurance and the fact that they were too defensive. Today, they proved us wrong. They came out and they've benefited from it.
Yeah, they had to come out. I mean, they were condemned to come out. Like I said earlier, I mean, if you don't show that here, if you don't score, and they even need to score more, then, I mean, it won't be a nice story for them. And so they had to come out, and they came out well. They came out in numbers. I mean, Adodo Stevens, who replaced Imade, Divine, I mean, even coming with divinely orchestrated, actions too. There you talk about that deputy, all came out, and they came out, pressed them, but that is what you do. If you don't press, you don't get the goal. And of course, they were also perfect in getting that goal. So when you press, when you come out, you must get the goals, and that's what has happened in the first half. They came out in their numbers, orchestrated, attack, and of course, no surprise, they got that goal. I mean, even Divine had all the time in the world to place that ball somewhere, and he did, because by then the defense of ENYIMBA was nowhere to be found.
And this brings us to the highlights for the first half. Let's just go through them now. Coach has already mentioned the goal by Divine, but OJ, I'd like to talk about that goal by Sadiq Abubakar. What a goal. I screamed where I was, and I was screaming, what a goal, what a goal. It wasn't just the goal for me, also the passage of play, incredible. Incredible.
Again, you look at that's where it comes to training ground, situation. Clearly, that is what you do from a training ground. Of course, you had tactics and all that into it. Where he got the space, he had enough space, looked at where to put the ball, he put it at the right place. The goalkeeper couldn't do anything about it.
But first of all, seeing all the highlights, at first half, everything happened in the ENYIMBA half, and we saw ENYIMBA being pegged back, being put under pressure as well.
Yeah, of course. At the time they were under pressure because Insurance did their own job too. Deputy, Zaidu, and all. You look at it. Of course,
that was the goal.
The goal. He had all the space.
We thought it was gone.
All that space. Where was he? Where were the defenders? Insurance. They left him. He had enough space, like a plane about to take off at the tarmac, and of course, he planted the ball at the right space. You don't blame a goalkeeper for that.
For me, I think I'll give more credit to Sadiq Abubakar as well. It wasn't just the space that he had. I think he still had a lot of work to do to open up his body the way he opened up this ball. And you have to remember that he didn't think that ball was coming. The shot was already taken, ricocheted off the defender and came to him. Well, to have that presence of mind. Look at him. Great placement. He
had all the space in the world. And of course, for an intelligent attacker, when you have that, had enough time, use his left foot, planted it where he wanted to, and of course, you know that from takeoff, that will land in the net.
And then we had another great opportunity for Insurance. They had all those chances coming, and look at this as well. Ojo Olorunleke didn't have too much to work for. He probably had it covered, but for me as well, another good opportunity. But this one by Divine Wachuku, he pressed. OJ, you mentioned him in the build-up, and he's also the one creating all the trouble here with Adodo Stevens. But we have to talk about Divine Wachuku.
Oh, certainly. I mean, he tried some opportunities. It didn't work. You look at this again, well positioned. I mean, positioning is key too in the box. When you're even in the 6, that was done in the 6, you have to position yourself. Look at it. He had enough space. You wonder what the defender didn't look at him. And of course, when the flights came, he was there. There was a defender with him, but of course he beat that defender and planted the ball in the net.
And I wish we can see that again. You can see all the defenders there backing him. Then the person who was on him wasn't goal side of him. He was completely left open. Again, ENYIMBA will go back and ask themselves questions in terms of their defensive shape and how they've performed in the first half. Defensively, they are lucky, in my opinion, to not be more than a goal down. And of course, you have to remember that Zaidu Ayuba had a chance on the right, and Adodo Stevens also hit the post.
Adodo Stevens was close.
Very close.
Yeah, hit the upright.
Yeah.
Again, execution. What was the problem? If you had brought it a little lower, you're already in the box. You don't shoot that high because it will go all over the bar. I'm not surprised he hit it upright. If you had brought it lower, then we're talking about Insurance leading by 2-1. But then he didn't hit. It wasn't perfect, and that's why Insurance failed to increase their tally.
I mean, for both sets of players, 1-1 will probably be something they're happy about. For us fans who were watching, we wish we had seen more goals. It was an exciting first 45 minutes to watch. But let's take a look at the stats now for the first half. Obviously, in my opinion, I think most of the attempts were from Insurance, and the stats there shows that 8 goal attempts by Insurance, and that one chance by ENYIMBA resulted in a goal. But again, you see the possession, 43% to Insurance, 57% to ENYIMBA. I thought Insurance had more of the possession because everything happened on the ENYIMBA half.
Yeah, I thought Insurance had more possession too because having 8 goal attempts compared to 1 clearly shows the kind of energy and pressing Insurance brought into this game. But then sometimes this happened. But all the same, it's clear that Insurance, with the amount of you could have possession and not convert into goals attempt. That again is another one.
Yeah. And
so they need to do more in the second half if they want to stop this unbeaten thing. And of course, drawing. Someone said somewhere social media that.
But we still have the next 45 minutes coming up, and don't forget 2 more games coming up after this one is the NPFL Super 6 playoffs, championship playoffs to decide who will be the league champions and of course who will make it to the CAF continental competitions.
Well, this is the way it's been. The second half about to get underway. The first half ended 1-1. The two teams, it was ENYIMBA that went ahead first. And it was a very good goal from Sadiq Abubakar. That goal was cancelled out by the Nigeria Junior International Divine Nwachukwu, the great header. So what will the second half bring? The fans of ENYIMBA will be asking, what will the team bring in the second half? We would expect things that they would cheer, things that would delight them. So as the BENDEL Insurance fans, if they were having a drink of water, just to quench their thirst, as the second half will get underway any moment from now. Center referee Kazim Abdul Salam. Conversation with Obioma. It is at the beginning of the second half, ladies and gentlemen. And at the end of the first half, Insurance and ENYIMBA tied at 1. Second half begins quickly with ENYIMBA throwing from the near side. Wana Asuko. Defender they got from Dakada. Well, Wana, great job from Wana, who crosses now. That was a header there, but wasn't able to go in. The goalkeeper was almost beaten. Well, Emeka Obioma wanting to add to his 16 goals tally so far this season. ENYIMBA get a corner kick. What a quick way for them to start. Very positive start for ENYIMBA. Another cross comes in, and it is header. There you go. ENYIMBA sustaining the pressure very early in the second half. Well, a bit double chance that time for Emeka Obioma. Obioma comes again. This time it was a Cooper with the shot, and Obioma was making a run. There was an infringement, I think a very strong challenge there. The challenger gives away a free kick. Challenger from Sadiq Abubakar. Scored ENYIMBA's goal. Open scores in the first half. That cross came in, met there at the head of Obioma. Here comes another one. Obioma it was, whose header was defended. This time, before Obioma's kick, there was an infringement. Now Insurance with a reprieve and wanting to punish ENYIMBA for the free kick that will come. It's midway into their own half. Joe Longleke is getting set for it. It will be Divine lifts it, or the shot comes and takes a deflection. Corner kick to Insurance. Up and in. And Tanimu Benjamin deciding not to join the attack for this corner kick, decides to go back. Corner kick comes. Oh, this one, troubling the goalkeeper, goes over. Another corner kick to Insurance. Take a look at that. It was the tall Eriugo, ideally, whose header ball away for corner. Just come, right anything to show for it for Insurance. Now clearance from Somiari. BENDEL Insurance in control now, but Adeleke hooks it away. Oh, great football done there by Echeta. Deputy still moving. Cooper will stop it. Adeleke Baka. Insurance takes it again. Emiloju. Julius was looking for deputy, but Dodo Rada couldn't get to him. That supply was cut off there. Support. Obioma on the attack for ENYIMBA, offside. Assistant referee Moses Alayemola. Rightly raising the flag for that offside call. Have another look. Cooper. And Owana going back to goalkeeper Lauren Leke. Nabulele. Echeta. Deputy. Playing a great game here. Really holding. Adeleke heads out. As far as Nabulele. Nabulele goes to the middle. ENYIMBA in control. Taking possession. Three players of insurance substitutes are warming up. Of Sunshine Stars waiting there, watching this game. Cooper. Masiko. Deleke. Cooper. Neku. All ENYIMBA. And they give the ball away. Tearing away there for insurance, Ayuba. Don't forget insurance at 24 games unbeaten in all competitions this season. Nigeria, the only team not to taste any kind of defeat so far in 2023 in the country. Every time opposing fans expecting that insurance will...
And all that they have to do to punch to.
Indeed, it's tied at 1-1. Games between insurance and ENYIMBA, except in the supply to Obioma was cut off there beautifully.
Back in
by,
the days,
of course, Anyanwu.
there was a particular season ENYIMBA defeated insurance 3-0 at the Samuel Obemodia State. The days of protesting ENYIMBA. It was an amazing match.
Indeed. 2 games so far this season. In the regular season, insurance have picked up 4 points off ENYIMBA. Here comes Abubakar for ENYIMBA. Adodo hitting off the ball, and Echeta deputy. Well, his pass couldn't find Adodo that it was meant for, and it was cut off there by Somiari. Chileku, oh, great left foot. Surely a free kick against insurance. Chileku was in full flight already. that torch, brought him down for the free kick to ENYIMBA. That's a player that when the China Eagles or whatever Nigeria will make hay the China Eagles, that man has to be part of it. Chile good, Chigozie, fantastic left defender, left-sided defender. BENDEL Insurance only failed to score in 2 games in the regular season out of 18 matches. They failed to score in 2. That was a free kick for ENYIMBA. Abubakar. Finally, clearance to Insurance. The Insurance, you will notice that even the midfielders join in the defense, and most times the score is still 1-1. Of Insurance down on it, and of course receiving attention. The reason why the game suspended, but soon to kick off, soon to restart. Nwachukwu is back on the pitch for Insurance. As a way of throwing. Julius Emiloju. There you go, chasing there. Great tenor return from the Insurance man. Bubaka. There's a slight torture from Adodo Stevens, and of course ENYIMBA's a free kick will be taken there. Adeleke goes back to goalkeeper. Goalkeeper Joel Loreleke. Clearance from Adeleke. Obioma has 2 defenders on him. And it gives away a throw-in to Insurance. A free kick rather to Insurance. Substitution. ENYIMBA International. First to come out is Fatai Abdullahi. Who was taking his place is Chijioke Boma. That ENYIMBA got from Heartland at the end of the season, last season when ENYIMBA was, when Heartland was relegated. They had as many as 4 players from that team. Vanuachuku gets Ishmael Seriki. But on him is the new man, Chibuike. So two players that signed from Heartland, Chibuike and of course Chijoke Mboma coming in. Enyimba. The players, they have a way of rolling back to the pitch and they are enjoyed of it. Nabulele not sure whether it's a throw-in or a free kick, but finally referee rightly tells him it is a free kick. Finally, Matchday or Serenkua is to come in. Well, it's all left to him. If he can do that, it will be good. He knows how to score against Enyimba, but Enyimba cheering away, and of course, the referee says a play on, surprisingly so, because everyone expected that Chijoke Boma was failed and expected a free kick for Enyimba, but then there is a call this time against Enyimba as Serikis Ismail is down on the top. Kick insurance coming into this game. Enyimba on top of the log with 4 points, alongside Rivers United also with 4 points. After 2 match days, the championships and playoffs. Here comes a free kick from Divine. Away by Deleke, further away by Chio. Now insurance on the ball. Deputy Echeta crosses away by Somiari. Good leg walk from Bemiloju. Getting his leg onto that ball. Wayne's throwing for insurance. Bemiloju doing a good job. Deputy Echeta. Well, it's Enyimba. Control. Obioma, Abubakar, ball for Enyimba. Goes back to Deleke. Deleke right foot. Cross the halfway line. Hit the torch. Throwing. Tempo of the game increasing. Kenna Tupa, Enyimba, to Abubakar, Enyimba. Chijoke, Boma, for offside. Chijoke and Boma, the midfielder who replaced Farouk Mohammed, who left at the end of the season. After 5 years at Enyimba, who was joined Rivers United. It was Chijoke Nwiwu, Omar Rada that replaced him. Adeleke for Enyimba. Abubakar. Sadiq. Echeta simply walked away. Obioma combining well with Chijoke. Referee was very close to the action. I saw it all the way. Nothing from Boma. That's like a deputy Echeta trampling on a ENYIMBA player, but the card goes to Emiloju. Just look at that. As he was up in the air to head that ball away, Eloju's left foot knee was catching Abubakar. ENYIMBA's free kick. Midway in insurance half. Here it comes, a grounder. Chileku dancing around. Chileku dispossessed. Chileku wins, throwing for ENYIMBA. Clarence takes the ball away from Nabulele. Chileku once again. Young man with a great left foot. The referee does a run was something else. Passes have been complete. 47 Torrance to ENYIMBA. Completed passes so far in the game. 166 to Insurance. ENYIMBA have completed 202 passes as a cross comes in. The header takes it away. Opportunity for Divine. Away. ENYIMBA on the move. Oh, great switch there. Locating Abubakar. Opportunity for ENYIMBA. Very timely defensive work done there by Insurance. Abubakar with a chance to cross away. He left his back heel. Wasn't the best of it. But the winner throwing again with Abubakar on it. Abubakar with an opportunity for it. ENYIMBA International. Cheta, Zaidus, Ayuba, and Adodo Stevens all have taken their places on the bench. The loss of action and, of course, drama in ENYIMBA's technical area, led by the Real Betis legend, Lady George, the coach of ENYIMBA. Part of the golden era of the Nigerian Super Eagles. Straight from Rovers to Ajax Amsterdam. Exactly. Struggling in the NNL for donkey years. Bioma, ENYIMBA. Bioma to Mbauma. Beautiful rain. Good art. A good city. Translation direct from the Igbo language. Below just a throw. Delegate to Winwu gets it. Still in Winwu on the ball. Comes to the near side here to Wana. Big clearance and takes it away from Ayamu. Balls that are getting to the defense are being cleared without any look. That's safety first for any defense. Wana drifts into the middle. Obioma looking for Oma. For kept in play by Abubakar. Okay, Senwiwu to Cooper. All ENYIMBA. Well, he tries one for Lock. Was an ambitious one. Oh, exactly. Awazie. This is Basoje, his leg to this ball. They have it. Winwu heads. Obioma for that heads away. Referee expect him to stop it. Obioma not happy at all. The fact that Divine Nwachukwu was trying to stop the flow. They wanted to take that free kick as quickly as they can. But Divine Nwachukwu was right there, preventing them from doing that. Standing his ground. The free kick finally came. Clearance from Emiloju. Goes as far as Mwiwu. To the last 15 minutes. Still 1-1. It goes back to goalkeeper. Gets the return from the goalkeeper, Olorunleke. Oh, Chileku beat into it by Enabulele. Kenna Cooper just not happy with that. But this is, let's see what comes out of it. And Nabulele's free kick comes in. Let's go up. Oh, there's a shot. Emiloju. But that's a defender's kind of kick. Cooper to ENYIMBA just enjoying themselves in their own half. One touch to the other. Cooper. Deleke. Straight back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper Lauren Leke doing a good job. Dribbling. Better insurance attacker. Oh, good ball there, down the flank, a cross expected, a shot comes in for ENYIMBA, it's cleared off the line. Good clearance from there. Nothing was expected out of that one. Actually, the insurance players and the defenders, they made sure of that. Chileku again, he crosses, and now who is there for ENYIMBA? It's a corner kick for ENYIMBA. ENYIMBA in a hurry quickly took that corner kick. Nothing came out of it. There was a very big challenge there. So, insurance player up on his feet, Imade, Serenkua. Of course, the ENYIMBA man Adeleke stop now. Gets a yellow card for that, a very strong challenge on Imade. He's been very, very instrumental to great defending there for ENYIMBA. He's coming on to take the place of Chikamso Kechuku in the early first half. Divine. Divine Mwachuku's shot was rising all the time and rose away from target. Divine again. Lokese Madi. By that time, the insurance man Ogumbe slipped. Most of the balls now are searching for Madi in insurance attack. Exactly. Insurance again through Abulele's pass. ENYIMBA in control now. Wewu. Well, Wana was the one that passed the ball. Eventually, he's there. Drop again. Clearance takes the ball away for insurance from their own half. You can see Jenkins Alumona there in the crowd, in the VIP area. A shot for insurance, oh, almost there. Very, very big shot there.
Finish it.
That's what we know the man to do. That's what he did in the early stages of the league, scoring in the first 5 match days. Imade Oserenko, but he's been stuck on 8 goals for so long a time.
I mean, he needs to get him up.
We're into the last 9 minutes of this match. And ENYIMBA on the break now through Obioma. Oh, that effort and not enough comes out of it at all, as ENYIMBA still there. A very ambitious shot there. So the goalkeeper off his line. That of course hit it. A very big shot from from Uwana Asuko. Goalkeeper Basoji coming on the pressure in the last with some good shots, and it's been equal to the task. Adeleke heads into touch, the referee whistle goes, and of course he's saying there was had to climb on the back of Insurance man to do that, and so they've given the free kick to Insurance, and they got Divine Nwachuku and Miloju Julius right there. This decision didn't go down well with the ENYIMBA fans. Divine Nwachuku and Miloju training ground plots. Let's see how they're going to prosecute this one. Who's going to take it? Miloju, Divine Nwachuku, headed away by Cooper. Wana gets his back from Abubakar. Obioma trampled upon. There will be substitution to ENYIMBA.
This beat.
But ENYIMBA still keeping it. ENYIMBA's a substitute gets up, goes on the top, footed, ambitious effort, goes straight to the goalkeeper. Header from Adeleke, takes the ball away for ENYIMBA International, and Abulele for Insurance. Great touches of the ball for Insurance as a potential crosser comes in, but this is driven down the throat of goalkeeper Olorunleke. Scoreline remains 1-1 into the last 5 minutes of regulation time. Divine Nwachuku, former Nigerian Junior International. Ball searching for a new man for ENYIMBA International. Looking like it's going to be another draw between the two sides. Well, Insurance, they surely need a victory in this game. Drawn the last two games are here. And another draw will give them 3 points only.
If you want to win this, you must score goals. Scoring has been a problem. The last 11 games, just one win, and they've just been drawing. Scoring one goal. One goal cannot get you the title.
Well, except your opponent refused to score. So if you score one goal and win, different ball game. Coach Mondio Dige, he knows what we're talking about.
And drawing games, because it's much.
So if they draw this to be draw number 13 in the season, 10 in the regular season. At the point you call them draw. Opportunity there not taken. Draw, but no soup.
And
Right.
just before the game, asked me for my option. I said the draw. I thought
Insurance fans expecting something to come out of this corner kick. The last 2 minutes of a regulation time to play. I'm not expecting some huge stoppage time to be added on. The left-footed out swinger it was. This one from the substitute Daniel Ogungbe. Nabulele keeping it for Insurance. Goes back. And Anyanwu sending it forward. Emiloju left-footed. Go as far as a player in white. ENYIMBA. Somiaria Lalibo has been very, very organized, coordinated, and mashed out the ENYIMBA defense so far. Here comes one up for ENYIMBA. Go attacking in the last minute. Abubakar to cross. Abubakar sets it forward. Abubakar runs for it. Abubakar is failed. Referee says nothing. An opportunity to beckon it for ENYIMBA International are still challenging. And another one, the referee says a play on. Not a penalty.
ENYIMBA bench is infuriated. As far as they're concerned, the referee should.
Lots of drama there.
The judge is not happy with the referee.
He's been off
ENYIMBA
all
bench.
match. And ENYIMBA, they go attacking once again through Uwana. Uwana has been very instrumental in ENYIMBA's defense. Marshalling it from the right back. But it's ENYIMBA getting a free kick. The last second of regulation time. Expect as many as 4 minutes. There you have it. 4 minutes to play. 4 minutes to see if a side can win it. ENYIMBA through Imo Obot. What a save from the goalkeeper. One-handed save. Imo Obot went for goal. The substitute would have been the one to decide the game in favor of ENYIMBA. But it's not done yet. They get a corner kick. Here comes the shot, one of it, and now crosser comes in, but then it's been headed with another corner kick. All for ENYIMBA, who are sustaining the pressure. And this added on time. And now it comes, it is left-footed, heads go up. And further, it is Insurance keeping it. They concede another corner kick. ENYIMBA all over Insurance right now. The corner kick comes at this time. It's away from Ayamu. ENYIMBA still. Abubakar, left foot. Shot caught for. The shot came in, but the goalkeeper was able to hit. Coming from who else but the captain of the side, Obioma, who's the leading scorer for the season so far, sticking to add to his 16 goals. Was 14 in the regular season and 2 in this championships playoff. ENYIMBA can attack and go forward again through the substitute. Okay. Mwewu, Uwana, Cooper. Headed away by Ayamu. The long challenge, Ayamu after heading the ball, have copped up an injury, something tip by there. But I have another substitution going to BENDEL Insurance. And it is Ebuka Akobundu. Ebuka Akobundu is in already. ENYIMBA on down to continue. And it is for Obioma. Now still, they are keeping it for ENYIMBA. The shot came. Also just rolled. One touched it, it didn't come off any defender, so it's only a goal kick. And Insurance can heave a sigh of relief, a big one of it. ENYIMBA has been all over them in the last 5 minutes. Obasoje with the effort going out. ENYIMBA will clear through Adeleke. Uwana to Cooper. Cooper on the ball, just tugging from a Divine Nwachukwu. Referee says a play on. Oh, that's a header going to the goalkeeper. Alobia Boma was putting pressure on the goalkeeper. ENYIMBA continue their pressing game. ENYIMBA, the cross was cut off. The shot come for Mwewu. Mwewu's shot was straight to the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper is looking like one who is okay with the way things have gone. I think he's satisfied. A draw for another draw for Insurance. And ladies and gentlemen, it is finished. It is all over. The referee whistle goes. Referee Abdul Salam whistles to end the proceedings between Insurance of Benin and ENYIMBA International. What a match. Divine Nwachukwu, it was, who equalized for Insurance. And ENYIMBA had earlier gone ahead through a beauty of a goal by Sadiq Abubakar. And so this is the way it has finished here. ENYIMBA International and BENDEL Insurance have shared the points once again. The two sides remain unseparated. In the regular season, Insurance picked up all 4 points after the win in Benin and a draw in Aba. And here today, it is another draw. Referee Abdul Salam and his men have done a good job. And of course, Insurance will be satisfied with the scoreline, considering what happened in the added on time, where it was all ENYIMBA, but nothing to pay for it. Abubakar's 23rd minute goal, Nwachukwu's 37th equalizer. It is finished. Insurance 1 and ENYIMBA 1.
just like Aiko Jojekere predicted, this match ended in yet another draw for Insurance. Does this bode well for them? Does this set them on a path of doom? Now remember, ENYIMBA, who scored first, Insurance came from behind to equalize, and it stayed at that scoreline. That means that Insurance has played 21 games this season, 8 wins and 13 draws. And Aiko Jojekere is still here with me. OJ, I mean, the draws keep piling up for them. 3 matches, 3 draws, 3 points. And now it looks like that position is beginning to slowly drift away from them.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious from the faces of the players and DG. You must be intentional about scoring. You can't dominate and not score. If you don't score, it takes you, I mean, during the regular season, you could pile up all the draws, having done well. Don't forget that they had a very fantastic first round, but second round wasn't so good, and they're taking that form of the second round into the playoffs. When you don't convert, your conversion rate is bad, then you can't score more than 1 goal. If you don't score more than 1 goal, then how do you win matches? Again, Imagine did his best. He came in the second half. Apparently it was a tactical build plan, but then it still didn't work.
And that's the conversion rate that Aiko J is talking about. But let's take a look at some of the highlights from this match. 48 minutes. Corner kick, OJ. I thought this was going to go in. Again, they kept piling on the pressure, kept putting it on. Ojo Olorunleke in, all over the place. Lucky.
Yeah. Again, credit to Ojo. At some point, he was confused, like when ENYIMBA equalized, but then he was also in the game. Imade had a chance that could have been a goal. It was Ojo's effort that stopped it. So Ojo has also confirmed his place in goal. Clearly, the next game is obvious that Ojo will remain in goal for him.
And that's a good place to talk about ENYIMBA's goalkeeping position. Over the years, we've known them to be the best goalkeepers in the league, having 3, 4, 5 of them. This time around, again, they have 3 very good keepers.
Yeah, fantastic keepers. I mean, Basa, Ojo, and of course Noble, who was with the national team. So like you said, from the days, even before the days of Ayama, they had Akomugbe. Andre Akomugbe was one of their goalkeepers. You come to the era of Ayama, they had Ayama and Dele. You leave that, that era. They continue.
Fatau Dauda, lots of them.
There are lots of them.
Yeah.
And each time anyone gets a chance to be in goal, he does very well.
Definitely. And again, OJ talked about a substitution that was made by Insurance. ENYIMBA had their own great substitution as well with Mboma, who came on and troubled the defense of Insurance. But let's take a look at this chance by Imade. Remember, Imade, highest goal scorer for this Insurance side. First half of the season, we thought he was going to score double digits. Not happening for him yet, but he's coming today. And look at that strike. He looked like dropping him to the bench today made an impact on him.
Sure, made an impact for him because he had enough time to relax. He had enough time to watch the game, to know what to do as an impact man. And that was, he took his defender away. Fanta was on target, but again, on Olorunleke. The job of the goal, you have to beat the goalkeeper to score a goal, but he just couldn't beat the goalkeeper.
That was a great save by Ojo Olorunleke. He stepped up to the plate since he took over from the Matchday 2, and now Matchday 3, he's looking great as well. But we saw another great chance by Imade. Let's take a look at that highlight as well. I did think that this one also was going to get into the back of the net, but look at Imade. But before then, let's take a look at this chance by Mboma. Another substitution that I thought was great, but he didn't do great there.
I was disappointed with him for that. As a striker, you're already in the box. There was no need to be in a hurry. Once you have the chance, you let the defenders come at you. Any contact, the referee should do the right thing. But then he was in a hurry. I don't know what was in his head. It was neither a pass nor a shot. That was wasted.
And I think ENYIMBA players will be disappointed with that passage of play, because not only did Mboma make that poor decision from taking that strike the way he did it, the follow-up as well to get the ball, push in, try to create the chances. There were already players all over there. Try to create the chance, but to shoot from that far, I think he was a little bit too ambitious.
He was too ambitious. He was in a hurry. Once you're in the box, you have the ball, you keep moving. I mean, all you need to do is keep moving and expect defenders to come at you or the goalkeeper to come at you. Even the pass, there was no one there, so there was no need. He waited. That was wasted by Mboma. I mean, for a sub, when you come in as a sub, you want to make an impact. That he didn't do for the team.
All right, let's take a look at that final highlight for you. A penalty shout right here for ENYIMBA. And I asked myself, OJ, what are your thoughts? Was this a penalty in your opinion?
That was a penalty.
Clear penalty for me too.
That was a contact. In fact, there were two penalties at the same time in the box.
In the box.
So, if I have a chance to see the referee, I'll ask him, Mr. Abdul Salam, How was that not a penalty?
Yeah.
He can't tell me. I mean, it will be difficult to explain. That was a clear penalty.
And I have to also admit that right in the stands where I was, even the fans of the opposition team were saying that's a clear penalty. It looked clearly like a penalty. Again, we've had some great refereeing this season, but they'll have to go back and look at that and ask themselves a few questions, because they've just cost ENYIMBA what could potentially have been 3 points.
Again, you get a penalty. It's one thing to get it, another thing to score. But then that was a penalty. Again, at the end of the day, those in charge, the refereeing committee will go back and look at that and ask themselves if they've done the right thing. And then that, of course, was, I still don't understand why it wasn't given, but then the referee will explain that.
Definitely. So it's 1-1 at halftime. At full time, I beg your pardon. Next match coming up, but let's quickly take a look at the stats for this first match, and you can see that again, 14 goal attempts by Insurance and ENYIMBA 10. ENYIMBA had a much better second half compared to his first half. But shots on target, ENYIMBA's shots on target also improved a bit from 6 to 4, and fouls committed. This was a match riddled with fouls, but only 3 yellow cards were given. And ENYIMBA maintained their possession 58-42 for Insurance. And of course, the offsides, you can see there 2-1, with ENYIMBA with more of the offside called. But we do have also the position on the table now. But before we do talk about that, let's quickly talk to somebody who knows exactly what's going on here. Remember that for the results, BENDEL Insurance won, ENYIMBA International won. Next up will be Remo Stars versus Sunshine Stars. And then Lobi will play Rivers United as well. But standing here with me, we have the coach of ENYIMBA, a Nigerian football legend. He's right here with us, Fididi George. I mean, I'd say it's not a loss. It's not a loss. So how would you assess the game?
Yeah, well, it's not a loss, but I'm not quite happy because we would have won it, created more chances, and we didn't take them. And a lot of stuff, you know, happened in the game which is not supposed to happen. But yeah, say we just have to get the players back.
But we have to talk about this goal by Sadiq Abubakar. What a goal it was as well.
Yeah, we know what he's capable of, and a very good left foot he has, and he has shown it today. But like I said, quite unfortunate that we didn't take the 3 points, so I'm sad about that. But on the overall, it was a good game from my boys. I must commend them. Real top-class football.
But also, I'd like to hear your assessment of your boys' performance from the first half, where it looked like they were completely out of it, dominated. But the second half, they did come. So how would you assess the 2 halves? And what did you say to them?
Yeah, I think in the first half, the first 20 minutes, we started slowly. And despite the fact that we got our goal, there was some lapses here and there. We were losing the ball every now and then. But the second half, I think we kept our cool, we kept possession, created chances. But unfortunately, we couldn't take them, which is my anger. You know, if we had scored maybe 1 or 2 we had, the game would have been different.
And I'd like to talk about that penalty call. You know, you were on the touchline. In terms of what your thoughts are on that, do you think that was a penalty?
Yeah, from where I was...
It's going to show on the screen now, then you can look at this and talk us through.
From where I was standing, yeah, I cannot really see if it was a penalty, but it's up to the referee to give it or not. You know, so I can't really say unless I look at it again and I can really decide and I say it was a penalty. You know, but for now, from here, it's quite difficult to see if it was a penalty.
Okay. Now, for ENYIMBA, 3 games played, 1 win, 2 draws, and you know that it's very tight on the table so far. The way it is 4-4, 2-1-1, and now it's 5-4, 2-1-1. So in terms of the draws that you are getting, do you still think there's enough matches for you to get more points and stay on top?
We have 2 more matches to play. We'll take every game as it comes. The next game is against Sunshine, and then the last one is against Rivers United. So now my worry is just to get the players recover properly for the next game. It's not easy. Every 2 days you have a match, and we've played 3 matches, 2 o'clock. Today is a little bit better because it's wet, but the other days it was very hot, and it's really energy sapping.
And that's what I like to hear about in terms of how the team recovers. Because, I mean, I don't play football. Coming here every other day, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. But for you, in terms of recovery, how do you get your players to play with such high intensity? Seeing the game today, the intensity was very high.
Yeah.
And they have to come back again in 48 hours.
Yes, it's rest, you know. We have our masseurs that take care of the players, and we do ice baths, put them in ice. You know, some of the players don't even like it, but we put them in ice and get them recover as quick as possible. You know, so that's what we'll do. Tomorrow we'll do ice baths, and the masseurs will take care of the body. And we'll
and
see.
do you get some ice bath yourself?
No, I don't.
I say we will. Do you get some ice bath?
No, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm a retired man, so I don't need it. I just need to have a little bit of voice, and that's it, you know. The shouting from the bench is
but
not
I
easy.
mean, you still look like you could play with the boys, but, you know, I wouldn't say hard luck. I think your team played well today, so congratulations. You didn't lose.
Thank you
and
very
hopefully
much.
we see you guys again in the next 48 hours.
Thank you
Coach.
very much.
Well,
Thank
there
you.
you have
Thank
it.
you for having
Coach Finidi George, the coach of ENYIMBA, not very happy with how things have gone. He felt that his team could have done better, could have taken those chances. They didn't take the chances. Now still sitting top of the table, 5 points. But remember, Rivers United still going to play. Can they get the 3 points to overtake ENYIMBA on top of that table? Up next is Remo. That's a Sunshine Stars. And I can tell you, this Remo side, they play some exciting football. So expect some excitement and some great, great football here. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.